Hey Mini Clashers, the best deck for every single hero for July in the Season 4 in Clash of Mini, and that's obviously for non-maxed heroes. So if you're having non-maxed heroes, no problem, those decks are all for you. So let's dive in, let's take a look at some matches and what you should prioritize in those decks, what you should upgrade, and how your placements look like. Okay, we start things off with one of the best heroes right now in the game, which is the Barbarian King. Below me you can always see the decks, so just straight up copy them, but if you want to actually make sure that you know what you can maybe switch in, switch out depending on what your style level look like, make sure to always check out the part about the hero you want to watch. Because in this deck actually, depending on what you have unlocked so far, if you have reset your mini, one thing which works really good overall is, that's right, you can replace the guard with the swordsman. That's possible, for example, if you want to do so. If you have a higher upgrade, that's always a nice thing. Otherwise, I just like to run him, run the knight as a tank. That's always a nice way to do. And now let's try to get the archer as quickly maxed as possible, because that's always the goal. That's always the setup you're looking for. So let's see. Perfect. One more upgrade, and that's already good looking. So let's see what he's playing. He's playing a classic archer queen deck. With our archer and upgrading that with the Barbarian King buff, with the Barbarian buff, it's really hard for Archer Queen to defend that. We are going to later on look into a deck which is doing that pretty solid, but for now, we are trying to crawl back into this match. So again, we'll keep trying to upgrade our archer if possible. Let's see. I mean, that's what we're looking for. Perfect. So, Archer 3-star, that's great. Let's just switch the sides just so he's not predicting anything. Let's put that one over here. And let's see that he's not running a surprise Spear Goblin. That would make no sense for him, but still, just to be sure. Now, okay. He has put the P.E.K.K.A. in the back. That's not too bad from him, to be honest, but that's just what I said. Take a look at this queen. A regular mini. The archer is taking 3 shots to take down the queen. That is kind of crazy. The next one we're doing is this time we're putting in the archer in the middle. And we're actually like this. I will explain in just a second why, but first let's see that we can upgrade, like cleave, dissipate, and backstab would be great. Perfect. This time around though, putting it on that side, that. Okay, so why do I put the archer over there? This time around though, the queen should get targeted first and not the, what was it? The musketeer, right. So his queen is dead. He already lost at this point. So as I said, really hard to deal with this deck overall with any backline. You really have to have a game plan to deal with this heavy hitting archer, because that's your winning condition for this Barbarian King deck. Let's move on and let's check out the next hero. And we are in again with, I guess those are the top 2 heroes right now in the game. The Royal Champ and the Barbarian King. Both are incredibly strong. So let's see if we can make this work. And this hero is just completely abusing the Mega Knight. The Mega Knight right now is just incredible. It's kind of broken, to be honest. And we try to make sure that, oh, actually versus level 8 contest. Okay, that's interesting. That's why I put the Ice Wizard so far away from my contest. So the teleport of the contest not giving him too much value. And with that, easy first round for us. Really easy first round for us. And that means we are getting our first round win. So let's dive a bit further into this deck. And you might wonder, it's why both of the decks so far are running the Ice Wizard. So the Ice Wizard is incredibly good versus all of those melee heroes, like Contest, like Barbarian King, like a Skelton King, like Monk. Like, he's incredibly good versus all of those heroes. So let's try and see if we can make that work. I would try to put something in front of my Royal Champ if he's using the spear. He is actually using the Spear Goblin. So, well, let's see. Nice. We have the knock up coming out. Let's see. There's the damage coming in. And now the Royal Champ is bouncing shield. And exactly that is the problem, in my opinion, for the contest. The contest is either not having like enough hit points to deal with all of the damage. That's the first option. Or the second option, in my opinion, which is missing for the contest right now, is that just the animation of her ability needs to be quicker. That is a really important thing. So now at this point, since he has nothing too important in the backline, so we do not need to have the increased stun thing. This time we're going for that, and we're switching the side like that. And hopefully he's, again, like, putting it on the outside, like his boulder and spear. Yep, he is actually putting them on the outside rows. That's exactly the reason why we chose the two inner rings to kind of deal with that. Getting some nice resets already, and that should be another quick and easy victory. You can see how powerful the Royal Champ is, and why I'm really sad that the contest is not really in the meta right now. Or actually, can the contest clutch this? Well, actually, stun, no problem. This was level 5 versus level 8. You can see this deck for sure right now is one of the top 2 hero decks in the game. But we have some more heroes to go, so let's check out the next hero. Okay, let's get to the Monk. Okay, we have a Monk versus Monk matchup, but our deck should be funnier. Let's put it like this. So what we're trying to do is we are trying, first of all, to hopefully tank his Monk. Hopefully he's placing the Monk to the left or the right, so one of our minis can actually take his super. And then what we try to accomplish with this deck is to turn everything invisible. This is the entire game plan for this deck, okay? It's super fun. It's kind of like a meme, I would say, but for a lot of people it's really hard to deal with this deck because they just don't know what to do. They don't know what to do because our main carry is going to be the Magic Archer in the end to reach the backline. So now we finally got our mini, which can turn everything invisible. I think we're going to put the Valkyrie into the back like that, and then we're going to put the Miner on the other side. So this setup looks really solid for us, because in the beginning he can target nothing. He can't really target anything except the Valkyrie then, which still takes some delay. So this is the fun thing about this. He's hitting the Spear Goblin, but again, he cannot really do it too much at this point. But the Healing Ranger, nope. Taking that out. Okay, that's great. It was a close round. But round 3, that's where the fun begins. You want to win 1 or 2 of the first rounds. Ideally 2, but obviously 1 being more likely the case. And at this point, try to have as many Magic Archers as possible. That's what we're looking for. Magic Archers. We have not gotten too many Magic Archers, unfortunately, so we're selling that Valkyrie. Magic Archer, and that's the important thing, the invisibility. Because now take a look at what happens. And just enjoy. Because he cannot do anything. Because everything is invisible or underground. Then everything is going to concentrate on our Miner, which is on the other side of the map of our Magic Archer. And with that, he's just getting overwhelmed. And this deck is super fun. It can be used for pretty much all of those melee heroes, but it's especially for the Monk. It's working really great. But there's one more hero where this deck works really well with, and we're going to check that hero out now. And the second hero is, you maybe already guessed it right, the Skelton King. He is getting incredibly strong for level 8 and above because he's getting his second ability, which is really powerful. So let's see if we can get some wins. I really recommend the Skelton King as soon as you're getting him to level 8. The reason is he's turning into a super tank. Below that, it is sometimes kind of tricky to actually make that overall work. But with this deck, you should be pretty good to go with making that work. The first round is ours, as I said, with this overall invisibility deck, because we're using the same approach again. With this invisibility deck, you really try to win one of the first 2 rounds. And if you do so, you are looking incredibly good for the remaining, for the rest of the match. So now, let's do that. We are selling the mini P.E.K.K.A, I think, and we're buying that. So this is our setup. I think this one we're going to lose probably. But this round is all about cycling and making sure our deck, or more like our shop, looks good for the remaining rounds. And we can even win this. Let's see. Come on, ability, nice. But no. Oh, the Valkyrie! The Valkyrie coming in clutch, hitting the Royal Champ before she can get her shield out. That was clutch. That was really clutch. Okay, so as I said, at this point, we're trying to roll for Magic Archers. That's our main goal. Are you kidding? Okay, we have not gotten that many Magic Archers, but at least we got the invisibility. And then, yes, we could place the mini P.E.K.K.A, but that is not really the play. Instead, we want to go for the Miner because, again, we want to have fun. We want to make sure that everything is invisible or underground and he can't do anything about it. Just his troops. It's just funny to see every single time. Just his troops and minis are just looking around, don't know what to do because, well, there's nothing to do for them. But now the question is, oh no, he has got that round. Because we have not gotten our Mega Tank just yet. Come on, one more bit. Magic Archer is stronger than Royal Champion. But no, I'm just kidding, obviously. But try to rush your Magic Archer. If you do so, you are looking incredibly good with those invisibility decks, as I just shared with Monk or Skelton King. And now let's move forward to the next hero. Okay, now we're getting to the Queen deck. Let's see what we can do on this one. Let's send that over. I think that should be a good start. So you might be confused why I'm not running the Mega Knight. That might be a big confusion to you, and I can totally understand why you're thinking that. The reason, though, why we're not running the Mega Knight is I feel you need to put too much elixir into him to get really a lot of value out of the mini. Which, for example, for the Queen is not really fitting that well. I feel like for the Queen it's really fitting if you have a lot of tanks either in front or in the back. Because especially versus other Barbarian King or overall people who are using the... let me first, like that. People who are using the Archer, it's kind of getting problematic because your Queen needs to be protected. And there's more than only one threat, not only from the front, but as well from the back. And with the guard, with all of those different tanks, it's a really, really good solution to like work around kinda to keep the Queen alive for quite some time. For us at this point now though, we need to make sure that we are, well, getting the miner in as well. Because at the moment, our Queen is having the lowest hit points. So versus the contest, that's obviously a problem because our Queen is always getting targeted. Now we need to make sure that we're dealing with that. So let's try to get some true elixir action going in. We're going for the miner, and we try to get the upgrade for the guard, and that is the third upgrade. That's what we're trying to go for. So like that, good, like that, and I don't know. Let's see if that's going to work. I think that's a solid looking setup. Okay, Spear Goblin is annoying. Okay, that means our contest is teleporting again to our Queen. But this time around though, there is the giant skeleton coming in clutch. And that gives us the third win already. As I said, this Queen deck is pretty strong. And I think it might be stronger in action. Like overall, I just think it's stronger than all of those Mega Knight decks. Because the Mega Knight really fits well with our other heroes a little bit better. Next hero, and that is the contest. I have to give a quick disclaimer, obviously. Because I think the contest right now is one of the weakest heroes in the game. The reason being kind of simple overall, in my opinion. She is, in my opinion, just too weak HP-wise, like she's losing hit points too quickly. Or the other option to fix that would be to... Oh. Wow, that was a quick burst down of that hero. But the other option being that her ability is going off quicker. Because I feel like a lot of times she's just stuck in her animation, and I feel like every single other hero ability is getting pulled off quicker and can interrupt the contest ability. So overall... she's, like, the contest is one of my favorite heroes in the game, but I feel like she's just not as strong at the moment, which feels kind of sad. So, now for us, for the setup, we're looking for is exactly this one. We want to have creating chaos with this, because you want to make sure that you are, that you are getting those backstab hits in. That's the important thing, that's what you're looking for. So, with luring the monk into the backline, we're doing exactly that, and you can see we're creating all of the chaos needed. With that, we should be winning this round. The backstabs are coming in. Ooh, contest teleport, and there we go. That is going to be our second win of this round already. That's good looking right there. So, one more win, and we should win this match. Let's see if we can get that. Again, we'll keep going with the setup, adding one more tank to the mix as well. Miner in the front. Or actually, do we? I think we're going for this setup, flipping the side like that. And at this point, though, we want to get the Dissipate upgrade. Otherwise, all of the remaining elixir we try to put into the miner, because the miner is getting our second carry, because we cannot that easily reach this backline. That's the important thing about this. So now again, you can see getting backstab and Dissipate onto his monk, which is great for us. Teleport, come on. The ability of the monk is going not for our hero. And that's going to be an easy win with this deck. And as I said, it's all about getting this backstab, getting the chaos created to win those matches. Let's move to the next hero. The next hero is going to be the Wave Master. The Wave Master right now, he got a pretty heavy nerf. I'm not really sure why, but the nerf was not to be underestimated. So it is still a really good tank, which is creating chaos and trying to stun the entire board. So what you need with this deck is, well, something to carry. or creating even more chaos. And this is what this deck is all about, and this is why you should listen to my advice, because in this one, it is all about having another carry, kinda. This deck right now, how you can see it below me, it is the clash abilities of the Prince, of the Bowler, of the Spear, Goblin. Those are the three main things. At the same time, though, you can switch things out a little bit if you're having other minis unlocked at the moment. For example, the Spear Goblin, you can switch that out for the Swordsman. That's really strong at the moment, but then this means obviously you have one less clash ability, which you have to consider. So for us now, let's use that, like that. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Again, as I said, you're trying to create chaos and trying to one-shot as many minis as early into the attack, into the match, sorry. And yeah, trying to do that. At the moment, so far, it's working pretty good. We should win this round. That is a nice win. The next thing what we need to do is get our Prince on the board and get the Dissipate again for the Mini P.E.K.K.A. because especially with all of those melee heroes, this Dissipate on the Mini P.E.K.K.A. is clutch. It's really, really important. So there we go. Mini P.E.K.K.A. Dissipate. And I think we're then upgrading the Mini P.E.K.K.A. again. But actually, I think we're removing the miner for now so we can put in the Prince like that. I think like that. I think that should be a good way to go about it, because we're just trying to hit as many lanes in the middle as possible. We're hitting our damage, which means the other king is not even getting his ability off because he's just getting one shot. And then you just stun the entire board while your mini can deal out the damage and dish out the damage. And that's how you win with the Wave Master at the moment. I feel like this to me has worked the best. Again, though, the Wave Master right now not in the best place it has been so far. I think there are some other heroes which can work better. But yeah, that's for sure a deck which you can use to get some nice victories with this hero. And there we go. The last hero on our list is the Shield Maiden. The Shield Maiden right now is, I don't know, I would say as well on the lower side, but it's not like, there is still hope for the hero, I feel like, but for sure not one of the strongest at the moment. Still though, this deck can work pretty solid with using the Magic Archer as carry as well, because all of those heavy tanks like the Skelton King, as soon as he's reaching level 8, or for example the Shield Maiden, can abuse the power of the Magic Archer really nicely, because they on their own are not dealing that crazy amount of damage. So for us now, we're going for the miner. Let's see what we can use otherwise. And there we go, the Magic Archer. I will put it in the middle. I think that's always, most of the time, a great angle to go about it. On the right side, we have the bowler. On the left side, we have the miner. So depending on where where our opponent goes, we should always have something which is going to hit his minis. He just keeps staying in the middle. And that should be good for us, because that means the Magic Archer is getting some nice value in there. And that should be already a second win. Overall as well, the next good thing about the Shield Maiden is that she is she's countering the Queen in general already, which with the Queen being a solid hero at the moment. I mean, that's no big surprise, right? I mean, was there ever a moment where the Queen was not at least solid? At least I cannot remember. So for us now, we are going for, yes, nothing to target our Magic Archer. So the invisibility spell is not as much worth for us as maybe in other matchups. So we're going for the first star upgrade, and then I would just save like this, so we have the next archer already in our shop rotation. Hitting again the bowler, that's great. And as I said, this time around though, he's putting the Queen in the back. The problem though is that we have now our miner helping, and with that the Queen is taking herself out versus the Shield Maiden shield, and that gives us a quick 3-0 with this deck. And that we're already out of the text. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you listened to my advice on what you should upgrade, what you should go for, what the placements look like, what are the minis you might be able to replace to get even better results if you might have different minis already unlocked with the season reset. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps. And now I will see you guys with the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.